Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Today I am going to solve IGCSE paper 4 May-June 2024. Before starting the paper, I request you please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Question 1. In a 2023, a football club had 50 adults and 70 child members. The membership fee for adult was $40. Membership fee for child was $15. Part first, calculate the total membership fees received by the club in 2023. Firstly, we will write the number of adults and childs. Look here, the number of adults here are 50 and number of child here are 70. The one adult fee $40 and one adult membership fee of child was $50. We will write here fee rate is 40 for adults and child for 15. To find the total amount, total membership fee for adult will be 50 multiply 40 and child membership fee becomes 70 multiply 15. And this value will be equal to 50 multiply 40 equal to $2,000 and 70 multiply 15, it becomes $1,050. Next, we will add these values to 2000 plus 1050. We will get the total membership fee received by the club. That value will be $3,050. Now we move to the next question. Question 1, part second of part A. The cost of running club was 2,780. Calculate 2,780 as a percentage of total membership fee received by the club. We have to calculate the 2,780 as a percentage of total membership fee. Therefore, we will write 2,780 our total membership fee multiply 100. The total membership fee here is 3,050. Therefore, we will write 2,780 divided by 3,050 multiplied by 100. We will calculate this value. We get 91.14%. And this is the answer. Part third, in 2023, there was 120 members. There was 4%. There was a decrease by 4% of members in 2022. Calculate number of members in 2022. We suppose that the number of members in 2022 are X. Therefore, we will write here, let the number of members in 2022 equal to X. Next, we have to calculate the number of members in 2023 was 120. And this value is 4% decrease of member of 2022. Therefore, we will write here is the 2023 members will be equal to the number of members in 2022 minus 4% of members in 2022. We will write 4% of members in 2022. You know, 2023 number of members here are 120. Therefore, we will write here is 120 members. And the members in 2022, look here, this is X. And 4% mean 4 over 100 of mean multiply number of member in 2022 X. Therefore, we can write X minus 4 over 100 X. Now we make the denominator same. We get 100X over 100 and 4 over 100X. Therefore, we will write 100X minus 4X over 100. And this will be equal to 120 equal to 96x. And therefore, we can write 120 equal to 96 over 100, 0.96x. And x equal to 120 over 0.96. This value will be equal to 125. And this is 125% is the answer. Question 1, part 4. In 2024, the total member increased from 120 members in 2023. The number of members and the number of child members each increased by the same number. The ratio number changed to 14:19. Find the total number of members. Look here, the total members in 2023 was 120. Each increase value was same. Look, we suppose that the increase value is x. Therefore, we write here is let x be each increase in adults and child. Therefore, we can write the 2023 members was 50 and 70. When x increased, the 2024, the number of members adults will become 50 plus x and child 70 plus x. And look here, in 2024, this is adult 14 and child is 19. New ratio in 2024 between adults and child is 14:19. Look here, this 2024 ratio and this 2024 given ratio will be equal. Therefore, we write here 50 plus x over 70 plus x equal to 14 over 19. Now we will simplify this equation. We will cross multiply. We write here 19 multiply 15 plus x equal to 14 multiply 70 plus x. 19 into 50, 950 plus 19x. 14 into 70, it becomes 980 plus 14x. Now we shift 14x from right to left side. It becomes 19 minus 14x. And the value 980 is written as it is. And 950 value shift from left to right side, and this become minus 950. Now that we take the difference, 980 minus 950, 30, and 90 minus 14, 5. 5x equal to 30. X will be equal to 30 over 5. This will be equal to 6. Therefore, the total numbers of member in 2024 become 50 plus x. This is number of adults, and number of children will be 70 plus x. And this value become 120 plus 2x, and 120 plus 2 into x value is 6. Therefore, we can write 120 plus 12 equal to 130. This is the answer. Part B, calculate percentage increase in total number of members from 2023 to 2024. Now, percentage increase formula is increase divided by original value multiply 100. Look here, the increased value, increased number of member 23 to 24. 24 was 132, 23 was 120. Therefore, the difference will be 12, and this is the increased value. Now we will write the formula of percentage here. The increased member in 2024 divided by total member in 2023 multiply 100. Increased member, 12, therefore we will write 12, and total member 2023 120 multiply 100. Now we will simplify this, we get 10%, and this is the answer. Now the next question. Part B, the population of a village is 2,500. The population of decreasing exponentially at a rate of 3% per year. Calculate the population at the end of 3 years. To calculate the exponentially decreased population value, we will use the formula A equal to P into 1 minus R over 100 power T. A is the new value, final value, and AP is the initial value here, and R is the rate. We will use this formula to calculate this population after 3 years. And T, look here, the initial value here is 2,500. Rate is 3%. We will write 3. And the T is the time. We will write T value here is 3. Now we calculate this 2,500 equal to 1 minus 3 over 100. 3 over 100 is equal to 0.03. We will write 1 minus 0.03 whole power 3. and this value become 2500 multiply 0.97 power 3, and when we multiply this value equal to 2281.6. Now we can write this value is 2280 in 3 as a value, and this is the population at the end of 3 years. Second, find the number of complete years it takes for the population to first fall below 2000. Now look here, the final value is less than 2000. We will write final value is less than 2000. The formula of final value of exponentially decreased value here is p into 1 minus r over 100 whole power t. P is the initial value, 2500 population, r is the rate 3, and we will write 3 over 100, and power t, we will write t as it is, less than 2000. Now 1 minus 3 over 100 equal to 0.97, minus 0.03. 2500, we shift from left to right side, that's will be equal to 22,000 over 2400. 1 minus 0.3, this value becomes 0.97 whole power t, and this value will be equal to 0.8. We have to calculate 0.97 power t, that value is less than 0.8. We will take the time values 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, and at value the answer is less than 0.5, 0.8. That time value will be the answer. Now we take the 0.97 square, that's equal to 0.94. This is not less than 0.8. Look here, we get 0.97 power 7, the value 0.8. Now we have to take less than value, therefore when we take value 0.97 power t, we get 0.78. When we take time 8 years, the population fall below 2000, and therefore the t equal to 8 years. This is the answer. Question number 2, part A, the nth term of sequence is 120 minus n cube. Find the fourth term of this sequence. We'll write nth term t n equal to 120 minus n cube. Now we have to calculate fourth term of the sequence. Therefore, this value becomes t4 equal to 120 minus 4 power 3. The 120 minus 4 power 3. Therefore, this will be equal to 120 minus 64, and this will be equal to 56. Part second, find the nth term is minus 1211. You know the nth term, 120 minus n cube, and t n sequence is 120 minus n cube. We will write 120 minus n cube equal to minus 1211. Now we shift the value n cube from left to right side. This becomes plus n cube, and we shift 1211 from right to left. This becomes 120 plus 1211 equal to n cube. We will add 120 plus 1211. This value will be equal to 1331. Therefore, to calculate the value of n, we take cube root, the cube root of both sides. Now here, when we take the cube root of n, this becomes n, and the cube root of 1331, this value becomes 11. And this is the answer. Now the next part of this question, nth part B, the nth term of different sequence is 3 multiply 0.2 power n minus 1. Find the fifth term of this sequence. Nth term, that's equal to 3 multiply 0.2 into n minus 1. Therefore, when the fifth term value, it means the n equal to 5. We will write t5 equal to 3 into 0.2 power 5 minus 1. Look here, this is t5 equal to 3 into 0.2 into 5 power 0.2 power 5 minus 1. This value becomes 3 multiply 0.2 power 4. Now, when we calculate this value, we get 0.0048. This is the fifth term of the sequence. This is the answer. Part C, the table shows first four terms of sequence A, B, and C. Firstly, we have to calculate the fifth term of sequence. Firstly, we take the difference between sequence value. Look here, here is the difference between 7 to 4 is -3, and next is -3, and look here, this is also -3. Therefore, the next difference between fifth and fourth term is -3. Therefore, we can find -2 plus -3. This value become -5. And next sequence, look here, in the sequence B, we take the difference between each sequence value. Firstly, we take the difference between in numerators, and then we take the difference between denominator. This, look here, the difference between numerator is 1, and this is 1, this is 1, and in denominator, the difference here is also 1. The difference between fourth and fifth value will be 1. Therefore, this value become 5, and the next value become 8. And next, C part sequence C, for calculating the value of sequence C, firstly, we will calculate the nth term of sequence A and B. The nth term of sequence A and B, look here, the sequence A, the difference is, first difference is same. When the first difference same, this is the linear sequence. The nth term of linear sequence equal to an plus b. This is the formula. A is the difference between first difference between each sequence. Therefore, we will write -3n. And b is the difference between first value and first difference value, and this will be equal to 7 minus -3, and this will be equal to -3n plus 10, and this is the nth term. Next, the nth term of sequence B, look here, the difference. Firstly, we see the difference of numerator. The difference of numerator is also same, therefore the numerator values sequence is linear. Therefore, we can write the numerator by using this formula an plus b. Here a is the difference. This is 1. We write 1n plus b, the difference between first value. First value, look here. This is the first value is 1. And this will be equal to 0. Therefore, 1n. This is the numerator nth term. The nth term of denominator. Look here, the difference between denominator is also same. Therefore, this is also linear sequence. And therefore, we will calculate the linear sequence by using this formula an plus b. Look here, a is the difference. Difference here is 1 in new denominator. Therefore, we write a1n plus b. B is the difference between first value and the first difference value. First value is 4. The first difference value here is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Now n plus 3. Part C, sequence C. Firstly, we calculate the fifth term. The difference between value of the sequence, the first two values, the difference is 2. Next two values is 4. And the next difference between fourth and third term is 6. Look here, it increases 2 in each difference. Therefore, the next difference will be 8. And therefore, the fifth term will be 20, because when we add 12 plus 8 is 20. When we take the difference, it becomes 8. Now, to calculate the nth term, look here, first difference is not constant. Therefore, this is not linear sequence. We take the second difference. Look here, frequency, the second difference is same. When the second difference is same, this sequence is quadratic sequence. This is quadratic sequence. In the quadratic sequence, To calculate the nth term, we use this formula an square plus bn plus c. Firstly, we calculate the an square. A is the half of second difference. Look here, the half of second difference is 2 into 1 over 2. This is 1. Therefore, this is 1 n square. We will write 1 n square. The value of 1 n square will be 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. We will add the values in this sequence to get the original sequence. Look here, what value we add to get 0? When we take the difference 0 minus 1, this is the value we add when 1 in 1 we get 0. And when we take 2 minus 4 minus 2, 6 minus 1 minus 3, minus 4 minus 5, these value when we add in this sequence we get original sequence. Therefore, if we calculate the nth term of this below sequence and we add in this n square, we can get the nth term. And look here, this below sequence value is linear sequence, because this sequence is linear because the difference between each term is same. First difference is same. Now, this is the linear sequence and a term formula. Now we calculate it by, if we take the coefficient of n is the first difference value, we write minus 1n. C is the difference between first value, this is the first value, and the first difference value, this is 0. And we will add in this, this is the nth term for this sequence, minus n. We will add in the n square, therefore n square minus n is the nth term of sequence C. This is the solution. Question 3 part A, Rahul rolls a dice 60 times. The results are shown in the table. Find mode, median and mean. Look here, the score here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Which score occur more time? Look here, the score 5 occur 14 times. Therefore, 5 is the mod. And next is the median. Median is the middle value of the data. Look here, this is the one score 10 times, and the score 2 or less than 2 is 16 times. The score 3 or less than 3 will be 27 times. The score 4 or less than 4 is 40 times, and next value is 54 and 60. This is the cumulative frequency, and the 30th data will occur between 27th to 40, in between 27 to 40. Look here, the after the 26th data, the score is 4, and therefore the 30th value will be occur where the score is 4. Therefore, the value is 4 is the median. Find the mean. Mean formula is sum of values divided by total number of values. To calculate the sum of values, firstly, we will multiply the score to frequency. We represent score by x and frequency f. Therefore, firstly, we will get the product of f into x. After this, we will add, we get sum of values. We can write this. Now the sum of values, product of f into x, we will write here 1 into 10 and plus 2 into 16, that is 12, 3 into 11, plus 4 into 13, plus 5 in multiply 14, plus 6 multiply 6, divided by total number of values. We can find this value if we add all the frequency. This is the total value. Next, we will simplify this. We get 213, the sum of values divided by 60. And when we divide 213 divided by 60, we get 3.55. Therefore, the mean on here is 3.55 is the answer. Part B, Sangeeta measures the speed of each of 100 cars. The results are shown in the below. Calculate estimate speed. Mean formula is sum of values divided by total number of values. Calculate total values. Firstly, we will calculate the middle value of the interval. And the middle value of the interval, we name it as x, and frequency, we name it as f. To calculate the mean sum of values, we will take the product of the middle value and the frequency. Look here, the middle value of 20 to 30 is 25, 30 to 50 is 40, 50 to 75 will be 62.5. Now to calculate the sum of values, firstly we take the product of f into x and we will add all these values. Now look here, 10 into 15, so 40, 72 multiply 40, and next will be 62.5 multiply 18. Now after taking the product, we will add and we get the sum of values. Look here, when we add all these product values, we get 4,255. The sum of values, look here, the 100 cars, therefore sum of values will be 100. We divide this 4,255 divided by 100, we get 42.55. This is the estimated mean of the speed. Part second, Sakita draw histogram to show this information. In the table, the height that represent V 20 to 30 is 3 centimeter. Calculate the height of the other two bar in the histogram. To calculate the height of the bar on histogram, firstly we will calculate the frequency density, because the histogram graph between class interval and frequency density. Frequency density formula, you know, is frequency divided by class width. Therefore, firstly, we will calculate the class width of each interval. The class width of the first interval here is 10, next is 20, and next interval 50 to 75 is 25. This in class width we calculate by subtracting the upper limit minus lower limit, and we get the class width. To calculate the frequency density, we divide the frequency by class width. Therefore, 10 over 10, that's value equal to 1. And next 72 over 10, that's value will be equal to 3.6. And next 18 over 25, this value will be equal to 0.72. When the frequency density height is 1 unit, the height of the bar is 3 centimeter. When frequency density is 3.6, the height will be equal to 3 multiply 3.6, and this will be equal to 10.8. And the next height for the frequency density 0.72, the height will be equal to 2.16. When we multiply 3 multiply 0.72, this will be equal to 2.16. Therefore, this height will be 2.16 centimeter, and this height, look here, 30 to 50 when the interval is 30 to 50, the frequency density is 3.6, and this when the frequency density 3.6, height is 10.8 centimeter. And when the interval 50 to 75, the frequency density is 0.72, the height will be 3 multiply 0.72 is 2.16. This is the solution. Question 4. In this question, all measurements are in centimeter. The area of triangle is equal to area of square. To show that 3r square plus r minus 6. Look here, the area of triangle here is equal to area of square. Firstly, we will find area of triangle. The formula of area of triangle 1 over 2 1 over 2 AB sine x degree. A and B are the adjacent side, and x is the angle between adjacent side. Look here, this is, if we consider this is A and this side is B, then we can write 1 over 2 r plus 2 into r plus 5 into sine 30. Now we write here is the formula 1 over 2 AB sine x degree. After writing the formula, we will substitute the value here. A is r plus 5, B is r plus 2. Sine x degree, x here is 30 degree, we write sine 30. Now we can write this 1 over 2 into, we expand r plus 2 into r plus 5, we get r. When we multiply r into r, that become r square, r into 5, 5r, 2 plus 2r, and plus 2 into 5, 10. Sine 30 is 1 over 2. Now we simplify this more, we get 1 over 4 equal to r plus r square plus 5 plus 2 is 7, 7r plus 10. Now next we will calculate area of triangle, area of square. Area of square is length multiply length. Length is r plus 1. Therefore, we will write length multiply length, that's equal to r plus 1 into r plus 1. And this will be equal to r square plus 2r plus 1. And when we multiply, we get this expression. Next, we will equalize this area of triangle equal to area of square. Look here, the area of triangle equal to area of square. The area of square here is r square plus 2r plus 1. We will write here. And the area of triangle, this is area of triangle 1 over 4 r square plus 7r plus 10. This is the 1 over 4 r square plus 7r 10. And we will simplify this. Now we shift the 4 from right to left side. Therefore, this becomes 4r square plus 4 times 2 is 8r. 8r plus 1 into 4 is 4. Now remaining value become r square plus 7r plus 10. Now we shift the r square from right to left side. 7r from right to left side, it become r square, 4r square minus r square. This become 3r square. 8r minus 7r, it become plus 7r plus 4 minus 10, it become minus 6. And this is the equation we have to prove. Part B, solve the equation 3r square plus r minus 6 equal to 0. Give your answer to 2 decimal place. To solve this equation, we will use the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula here is x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. The a, b, and c, a is the coefficient of r square. This is 3. And the coefficient of r is b. This is 1. And the constant is c. This is minus 6. Now we substitute the value in this quadratic formula. Therefore, this value become b is minus 1 plus minus b is minus 1 whole square minus 4 into a is 3 and c is minus 6. Our 2a is 3. We write 2 into 3. Now we simplify this. We get minus 1 plus square root 73 over 6. Square root of 73 is 8.544. We take two values. First value is minus 1 plus 8.544. Next will be minus 1 minus 8.54 over 6. Now we simplify this. We get 1.257 first value. X is 1.257. Second value of x will be minus 1.59. Now we will write the answer here. Minus 1.59 and 1.26. Part C, find the perimeter of the square. To calculate the perimeter of square is equal to 4 multiply length. First, the value of length of square here is r plus 1. Therefore, we can write this value here is length will be equal to r plus 1. Look here, the value of r here is 1.59 and 1.26. This is negative value we will not take, and 1.26 this value we will take. Therefore, r is 1.26 and plus is written as it is, plus 1 is written as it is. Now this value equal to 2.26. Now the perimeter equal to 4 multiply length. Therefore, we will write 4 multiply 2.26. Therefore, this value will be equal to 9.054. This is the answer. Question 5. The diagram shows the graph y equal to f of x for values of x from -3 to 3. Use your graph to find value f of 2. Look here, f of x equal to f of 2. It means x equal to 2. Therefore, we have to draw a straight line x equal to 2. And this is the straight line we will draw. And this straight line will passing through the x-axis at x equal to 2. And this straight line is parallel to y-axis. This straight line intersects the graph at this position, and this is the position it cuts the graph. Now we see the value of y at x equal to 2. Look here, the value of y coordinate will be x. This value will be equal to 3. Therefore, the coordinates at this position will be 2, 3, and this value f of 2 equal to y, and therefore this value equal to 3. Now the answer is 3. We will write here is f of 2 equal to 3. Next, use the graph to solve the equation f of x equal to 5. Now f of x equal to y, therefore f of x here is 5, therefore y equal to 5. This is the straight line we will draw here. And this straight line is parallel to x-axis and passing through the y-axis at 5. Now look here, this straight line intersects the graph at 3 positions. And look here, this is the first position. And the value of x coordinate here is 2. We will write x equal to -2. And at this position, the value of x is x equal to -0.4. And next value, this where the line y equal to 5 intersects the graph at this position, the value of x is 2.4. The solution of f of x equal to 5, the solution is -2, -0.4, and x equal to 2.4. This is the answer. Part third, the equation f of x equal to k has exactly 2 solutions. And this mean f of x equal to k mean y equal to k. Therefore, we have to draw a line y equal to k, and this line having 2 solutions. 2 solutions mean the line which cuts the graph at 2 points. Look here, here are 2 graphs. One is on second quadrant, other is on first and fourth quadrant. Now we will draw a line which cuts the graph at 2 points. Now this line y equal to k is line parallel to x-axis. Look here, this is the line, and this line intersects the graph at 2 positions. And at this position, the graph, this equation has 2 solutions. Look here, this line is y equal to 3, and this is the y equal to 3. Therefore, we write f of x equal to k and f of x equal to 3. This is k is equal to 3 is the answer. Part 4, choose the correct word from the box to complete the statement. Line x equal to 0. Dash to the graph y equal to f of x. X equal to 0, this is the line x equal to 0. The line along the y-axis. Look here, this is the line. First is the tangent. This line is not tangent because tangent is a line it touches the curve. Asymptote is a line that does not touch the curve, but it approaches the curve. Therefore, this is asymptote. Now we write asymptote is the answer. The first part on the grid, draw the graph y equal to x minus 2 from values minus 3 to 3. To draw the graph y equal to x minus 2, firstly we will take some values of x. First is 0, next value we take 1 and 2. Now the value of y, this will be 0 minus 2 is minus 2, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, and 2 minus 2 is 0. Now we will mark the point 0 minus 2. This is 0 minus 2. This is the point 0 minus 2. Next point 1 minus 1. This is 1. 1 minus 1. This is the position of 1 minus 1. Next is 2, 0. This is 2, 0. Now we will draw the line by joining these points. This is the straight line. Next is on the grid. Draw the graph y equal to x minus 2 for values of minus 3 to 3. And then part second, y, find x when x equal to minus 2. Look here. Find the value of x when f of x equal to x minus 2. This is f of x, and where the both graph intersect, this is the position. At this position, x equal to 1, and this is the solution. Part C, f of x equal to x square minus c over x. Use your graph to show c equal to 2. Look here, f of x, this equation is x minus 2 equal to x square minus c over x. This is the position where this line intersects the graph. At this position, x equal to 1. Therefore, for x equal to 1, where the both functions are equal. Therefore, we substitute the value x equal to 1, we get 1 minus 2 equal to 1 square minus c over 1, and this value equal to minus 1 equal to 1 minus c, and c will be equal to minus 1 plus 1, that's equal to 2. This is the answer. Part D, the equation f of x equal to x minus 2, written as x cubed plus px squared plus qx equal to 2. F of x function equal to x square minus c over x. C is 2. We write 2 over x equal to x minus 2. We will simplify and we will write in this form. Now we can write this. X is a LCM, therefore we can write x cubed minus 2 equal to x minus 2. X will be shifted from left to right side. That become x cubed minus 2 equal to x multiply x minus 2. This value become x square minus 2x. Now we can write this x cubed minus x square plus 2x, and minus 2 we shift from left to right side. This become plus 2. And when we compare this equation, look here, the value of, we compare the coefficient of x square. Here is x square is p, and here is the coefficient of x square is minus 1. And next, the coefficient of x is q. And in the second equation and the first equation, the coefficient of x is 2. We compare this, and this value become q equal to 2. Therefore, p minus 1 and q is equal to 2. The value of p and q. This is the answer. Question says the diagram shows ladder GH on horizontal ground leaning against a vertical wall HF. GF equal to 1.5, HF equal to 4 meter. Calculate GH. Look here, this is the triangle GFH, and this is right angle triangle. Therefore, this will be the hypotenuse of the triangle, and this is the base of this triangle, and this is perpendicular. Now we can find this hypotenuse length GH square. This will be equal to base square plus perpendicular square. We will use this Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, this is base square is 1.5 square and perpendicular square is 4 square. Now we can write this 2.25 plus 16 and this value equal to 18.25. Now we will take the square root on both sides. Then gh square becomes gh and 18.25 square root will be equal to 4.27 meter is the answer. Part B, W is 120 meter north of V, 50 meter east of V. Calculate the bearing of V from W. The bearing of V from W, it is the angle from the north at W towards in clockwise direction towards VW. Now this angle is equal to, look here, this is the angle 180 degree and we will add the remaining angle, this is x degree. This will be the bearing of V from W. Now we will calculate x degree. Look here, this is the right angle triangle. This is called perpendicular side. This is base. Opposite to the angle, the side opposite to the angle is called perpendicular and adjacent to the angle is called base. Perpendicular our base, 50 over 120. This is equal to tan x degree. Tan x degree will be equal to tan inverse 50 over 120 and this value will be equal to 22.6 degree. Therefore, the bearing will be equal to 180 plus 22.6. This will be equal to 202.6 degree is the bearing of V from V. This is the answer. In the quadrilateral ABCD, AB equal to DC equal to 5 centimeter and AB equal to BC. ABD 25 degree, angle BAD 15 degree. Calculate perimeter of quadrilateral ABCD. The quadrilateral perimeter ABCD will be equal to, perimeter will be equal to AB length plus BC length plus AD length plus DC length. AB length is not given here, but AD length is here is 5 and this is 5. Therefore, we can write AB plus BC plus 10. Now, if we calculate the length of AB, we can calculate the perimeter of this figure. And the angle of this figure here are ABD is 25, ABAD 15. Now we mark the angle here. This is ABD 25 and BAD is 15. Now to calculate the angle D, this is the angle D. We can calculate by using sum of interior angle of triangle is 180. Therefore, we can write ADB angle will be equal to 115 plus 25 equal to 180. Now this ADB angle will be equal to 180 minus 15 minus 25 is minus 40. Therefore, we can write 140. This is the angle 140. Now we can find this length AB by using sine rule because two angles and when two angle and two side relationship, we use the sine rule. The sine rule here is according to sine rule, the length is length AB equal to AB our sine of this opposite angle. The side opposite angle is 140. We write sine 140. Next, the length 5 our the sine of this angle 25. Therefore, AB our sine 140 equal to AB 5 over sine equal to 5 over sine 25 and AB will be equal to 5 over sine 25 into sine 40. Now this value will be equal to 7.6. Now we substitute the value in this perimeter. We look here, AB plus BC is 7.6 and 7.6 because the AB and BC lengths are equal. Therefore, BC is also 7.6. Now AD and DC, here is given that is equal to 5 centimeter. We will put the value here. Now this value equal to 25.2. This is the answer. Part D, PQRS is a quadrilateral. Calculate angle PQR. Look here, this is the angle PQR. Here the two sides given, but the included angle we have to find. We can find this angle if we find this length PR. We can find this length PR if we take this triangle PSR. Now we use the triangle, we will take the triangle PSR. We use the cosine rule to calculate this PR. Now cosine rule, you know, A square plus B square plus C square minus 2BC into cos A. Look here, this length is considered as A square. We name it as PR. B, this is B, and this is the length C. Now we substitute the value in this formula. We get SR square will be 11 square S, and next is the SP square. This is SP square, and this is SR square. SR square is 8 square minus 2 into SR into SP. SR is 11, SP is 8, and the angle between them is 110. We write cos 110. Now we simplify this. We get 245.19, and this is PR square. Length of PR is 245.19 square root. This is the length of PR. And the other two lengths also given, we can find this angle by cosine rule. In triangle PQR, this length 245.19 whole square will be equal to other sum of square of other two sides, 10 square plus 14 square minus 2 times product of these two sides, 10 and 14, and the cos of angle between them. This is PQR. Now we can write this value 245.19 square root square will be 245.19. This is 296 minus 280 cos PQR, and we can write this 245 minus 296. This value equal to minus 50.81 minus 280 cos PQR. Now we can write this cos minus will be cancelled. Then cos PQR will be equal to 50.81 over 280. PQR will be equal to cos inverse 50.81 over 280, and this value will be equal to 79.54 degree. This is the angle. Look here, the distance, total distance car travel 50 kilometer and speed is 75 kilometer per hour. Therefore, we substitute the value. Average speed we write 75 kilometer, total distance we write 50 kilometer, time is written as it is. Now we can calculate the value of t if we shift the t from right to left side. Therefore, we get t 75t, and this becomes 75t equal to 50. Now then we shift the 75 from left to right side. Therefore, this value becomes 50 over 75. And this time in R, because the speed given in kilometer per hour, the distance in R. Therefore, we get the time in R. So we will convert this time into minute. To convert the R into minute, we multiply this value by 60. We get the value in R convert into minutes. Look here, 50 over 75 multiply 60, and this value convert into minute, and we simplify this fraction. 25 times 2 is 50, 25 times 3 is 75. Now we get 2 over 3 multiply 60. The final value becomes 40 minutes. This is the answer. Now we move to the next question. Part second, another car traveled 47 kilometer, correct to nearest kilometer. Average speed car 75 kilometer per hour, correct to nearest 5 kilometer per hour. Calculate lower bound of the time taken. Give your answer in minutes. Firstly, we will write the formula of average speed. This is equal to total distance divided by total time. Look here, when we shift the time from left to right side, right to left side, and speed shift from left to right side, this formula becomes T equal to D over S. And we have to calculate the lower bound time taken. This will be equal to time, lower bound time will be equal to distance, lower bound distance divided by speed upper bound. And firstly, we will find the lower bound distance. The lower bound distance equal to the actual distance plus minus error. Look here, this is the accuracy of the distance. Accuracy of distance here is 1 kilometer. The error will be half of this value. Therefore, this value will be 1 over 2 kilometer. And same here is the accuracy of the speed air is 5 kilometer per hour. Therefore, we will write error is half of this value. Now the error of this value of 5 over 2, and this will be equal to 2.5 kilometer per hour. When we calculate the lower bound distance, we will subtract 1 over 2 kilometer from total distance. And to get the upper bound value, speed, we will add this error value in this actual value. Look here, I will write here is the distance is 47. Look here, this is 47 kilometer and plus minus half kilometer. And the next speed is 75, but this speed we have to taken as a upper bound value, therefore plus 5 over 2. Now we will simplify this. We get 46.5, this value, and 75 plus 5 over 2 become 2.5, 75 plus 2.5 is 77.5. Now we divide this value, 46.5 divided by 77.5, we will get 0.6 hour. But the time here is in minute. Therefore, we will multiply 60, this value, we get time in minutes. Look at 0.6 multiply 60, we get time 36 minutes. In the part B, a train travel total distance 240 kilometer. The train travel T minutes for an average speed 100 kilometer per hour. It then travel T plus 60 minutes at an average speed of 110 kilometer per hour. Find the average speed of the whole journey. The average speed of the whole journey equal to total distance divided by total time. Here the total distance is 240 kilometer per hour. Total time here is T in the first part, and in the second part T plus 60. Look here, firstly we have to calculate the time T minutes. When we calculate T minutes time, we can find the average speed. Firstly, we will find the first part journey distance T1, and the given speed is, we name it as S1, and the time we name it as T1. Now we calculate this value, firstly D1. Look here, this D1 expression will be S1 is 100 kilometer per hour, T1 T minute. Firstly, we will convert the time into hours. When we convert time into minute into hour time, we divide the value of minute by 60, we get the time in hour. This becomes t over 60. Speed formula is distance divided by time. You know speed equal to distance over time. Therefore, distance will be equal to speed multiplied by time. Next, we will substitute the value. S1 is 100 kilometer per hour. T1 is t over 60. We will write this value under t over 60. 0 will be cancelled, and we get the value 10 t over 6. Next, second part of journey, look here, this speed 110 kilometer per hour, time t plus 60, and t2 times t plus 60. We convert the time minute into hours. We divide this value by 60. We get t plus 60 over 60. Now we will write the formula of distance, speed multiplied by time. Look here, the speed is 110 kilometer. This is the speed 110 kilometer, and this is the time t plus 60 hours, 60 plus 60 over 60. Now we will write the value here, 110 multiply this value t plus 60 over 60, and we get this value. We divide the 110 by 60, we get 11 over 6 into t plus 60. After calculating two distances, we add this. Look here, t1 is 10 over 6, t2 is 11, t plus 60 over 6. And this total distance, you know, that total distance is 240 kilometer. Therefore, we write 240. And when we now we simplify this fraction, look here, we can write this 10 plus 11, 21 plus 6. 11 times 60 is 60. 60, we will write as 660. We multiply 6 by 240, and this becomes 1440. And 1440 equal to 21t plus 60. We shift the 660 from right to left side. This 660 will 440 minus 660, that value becomes 780. Now 780 equal to 21t. We can write t equal to 780 over 21. Look here. When we divide this fraction by 3, we get 260 over 7. This is the first time, 260 over 7 hours. Now the total time, you know, here is t1 plus t2. The total time t plus 60. Obviously, we will convert this time in minutes into hour. Because when we convert minute into hour, we divide this value by 60. Look here, 2t plus 60 divided by 60, we get 2t plus 60 over 60. Now we simplify this value. We look here, when we simplify it, we get 2t over 60 become t plus 30, and 60 over 60 it become plus 1. Next, we will substitute the value. T is 260 over 7. Look here, the value of t is 260 over 7. We will substitute the value 260 over 7 into 1 over 30. We will write 1 over 30 as it is plus 1. Now this value become 260 divided by 30. That become 26 over 3. Now 26 multiply 1, 26, and 7 multiply 3 is 21. Therefore, we can write this 26 over 7, 21 plus 1. Value become 47 over 21 hour. Now we have to find the average speed. Now the total distance divided by total time. This is the total time. And this speed, total distance already given is 240. And this is the total time. Now when we divide the total distance divided by total time, we get the value 240 multiplied by 21 over 47. Therefore, we can write 240 multiplied by 21 over 47, and this final value become 107.2 kilometer per hour. This is the average speed of the frame. This is the solution. Question number 8, part A. The diagram shows a solid made from a cylinder and a cone. The height of cylinder is 16 centimeter. The height of cone is 1.5 centimeter. The radius of cylinder and the base of the cone are each 0.35 centimeter. Calculate the total surface area of the solid. Look here, this is this solid having two parts. One is cylindrical, other is cone. Therefore, the total surface area of this solid will be equal to surface area of curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of cone. Look here, we will write total surface area solid, curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of cone plus this area. Look here, the base of the solid also here. This is the base. Therefore, we will write area of base. Now, the formula of curved surface area of cylinder is 2 pi RH and the area of base pi r square. Curved surface area of cone here is given pi RL. We will write all these formulas 2 pi RH, pi r square plus pi RL. But firstly, we have to calculate the L. L is the slant length of the cone. Look here, this is the cone. And in this cone, this height is given is 1.5 centimeter. The radius is 0.35 centimeter. Now we can calculate this slant end. Look here, this is the figure. We can find this slant end L. This is, look here, this is the right angle triangle. We use using the Pythagoras theorem, we can find the slant length L. Now this L square will be equal to 1.5 square plus 0.35 square. And this sum of square value equal to 2.372. And we will take the square root, we get 1.54. The slant length 1.54, radius, look here, this is radius is 0.35. And this is the height of cylinder. And this is this value 16 centimeter. We will substitute this value here in the formula. Look here, R is 0.35, 2 pi is written as it is, R is 0.35, height is 16, pi is written as it is, R 0.35 square, and pi is written as it is, and R 0.35, length is 1.54. Now we simplify this. The first value becomes 11.2 pi, second 0.1225 pi, and next is 0.539 pi. We will add all these values. We get 11.86 pi, and you know the value of pi is 3.142. We will multiply 11.86 multiply 3.142. We get 37.27 centimeter square, and we will write the answer in three significant figure. This value becomes 37.3 centimeter square is the answer. Now we move to the next part of this question. Look here, calculate the volume of solid. The solid having two parts, one is cylindrical, other is cone. Therefore, firstly we will write the volume of cylinder plus volume of cone. The volume of cylinder is pi r square and the volume of cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Now we will substitute the value here of when we substitute the value of r and h1 and h2. Look here, the radius 0.35, h1 is the height of cylinder is 16. We write 16. 1/3 is written as it is, pi written as it is, r is 0.35 square, and r square is 0.35 square, and height h2, look here, this is the height h2, the height of cone, this is 1.5. Now we simplify this value, we get 1.96 pi plus 0.0612 pi. When we add this 1.96 to 0.06125, we get 2.2012 pi. Now we multiply this pi to 3.142, we get 6.35 cubic centimeter is the answer. And now we move to the next part of this question. Calculate the volume of this empty space. Look here, this is the box in which 10 solids, pencils are placed. The shape of this box is cuboid. The length is 70.5 centimeter. Calculate the empty space volume. The empty space volume will be equal to the volume of the box minus volume of 10 pencil. We write here is the volume of empty box will be equal to volume of box minus volume of 10 pencil. Volume of box is the cuboid shape, length multiply width multiply height. We will write this formula is length multiply width multiply height minus volume of 10 pencil. The length here is, look here, this is 17.5. We will write 17.5 centimeter. Width here is, look here, this is 3.5 centimeter. And height is 1.4 centimeter. Therefore, we will write 70.5 in 3.5 into 1.5 minus volume of pencil. One pencil volume here is 6.35. We will write 10 multiply 6.35, and this is the value here. Now we calculate the volume of box. This becomes 85.75 minus 10 multiply 6.35, 63.5. Now we will subtract the value. We get 22.25 cubic centimeter. This is the empty space volume. This is the answer. Part B, the diagram shows the mathematically similar solids. The surface area of the solid is 200 centimeters square. The surface area of smaller solid is 98 meters square. The volume of larger solid is 450 cubic centimeter, volume of smaller solid. We have to calculate the volume of smaller solid. Now, if we suppose that the volume of smaller solid is V1 and the larger solid is V2, we can write V1 over V2. And this value is equal to L1 over L2 whole cube. And if we the volume of larger solid here is given is 450 cubic centimeter, and the length of smaller and larger solid is not given here. If we calculate this length of smaller and larger solid, we can calculate the volume of solid. Look here, the area of the larger solid and the smaller solid is given here. We will write A1 over A2. The smaller solid area is 98 and the larger solid area is 450. Therefore, we can write A1 over A2 equal to 98 over 450. A1 over A2, we can write L1 over L2 whole square. Therefore, this value is equal to 98 over 450. Now we take the square root, we get L1 over L2 equal to square root of 98 over 450. Now this value ratio 98 over 450, this becomes 0.7. Now therefore we can write this volume V1 over V2 equal to L1 over L2 whole cube, and therefore we can write this volume L1 over L2 whole cube, we can write V1 over 450 0.7 whole cube. This value we substitute in this equation, and this value we substitute here, and we get 0.7 whole cube. Now this value become V1 equal to 0.7 cube multiply 450, and this value equal to 154.35 cubic centimeter. This is the answer. Question 9. The diagram shows 7 cards. Amir picks a card at random. Find the probability that the card shows the letter H. The probability of letter H will be equal to total number of letter H on the cards divided by total letter. Look here, there is no card of letter H. Therefore, we can write this number of letter H divided by total letter. No card of letter H. Therefore, we will write down the value 0 and total letter here is 7, 0 over 7. This answer is 0. Part second, the probability the card shows letter B. Look here, the probability of letter B will be equal to the number of letter B divided by total letter. Look here, the number of letter B here is 1 divided by total letter is 7. We will write 1 over 7. Next part, Fumika picks one of the 7 cards at random. She replaces it, picks and second card at random. Find the probability that both cards shows the letter I. And the letter I probability will be equal to probability of first letter pick I and second letter pick I. Then we can write P of I1 into P of I2. Look here, the total cards here are 7. When she picks I, first card I, therefore the I cards here are 2. So we will write 2 over 7 when he pick first card. The probability of PI1 will be 2 over 7. When she picks second card and the second card is also she picks I, therefore we will write again 2 over 7 because the probability becomes 4 over 49. Now next part C. In this part C, Marcos picks 2 of the 7 cards at random without replacement. Part first, find the probability that one card shows the letter I, other card shows the letter N. Now this probability will be equal to probability of picked letter I and probability of second letter N. Or second option, probability of letter N and probability of second letter I. If he picks letter I, first card letter I, what is the probability of letter I? Look here, the probability of letter I, number of letter I divided by total letter. The number of letter I here 2, look here 1 and 2, and the total letter here are 7. We will write 2 over 7. The probability of I will be 2 over 7. And the probability of N, and number of cards N, 1 over 6. And same case when we take the probability of N and probability of I. Now, firstly, I will write here is the probability of I is 2 over 6 and 1 over 6. When we take the first letter N, in this case, when we take first letter N, the probability will be 1 over 7. But when we take second card I, here will be the total I cards 2, but the total card remaining 6 because 1 is already picked. Therefore, we will write 2 over 6. And this is 2 over 6. Now we simplify this. We get 2 over 42 and plus 2 over 42. This becomes 4 over 42. And this value will be equal to 2 over 42 equal to 2 over 21. And this is the answer. Now the part second, find the probability that 2 cards show different letter. We can write this probability. This probability will be equal to 1 minus probability of same color card. Look here, when 2 cards pick, the possibility of 1 minus same color card will be 1 minus cards A, both. Here are 2 letters A and 2 letter I. Therefore, the possibility of both cards same will be either A or I. Therefore, we can write this probability of first card A and the second card A. In the next case, probability of card I and the second card also I. Now, the probability of A here will be total cards here, probability of A1, we write a total card here are A card 2 out of 7. When the one card is already chosen, then the total card becomes 6. The total A remain 1 because 1A is already chosen. We can write 2 over 7 into 1 over 6. And same, we will calculate the probability of I1 and I2. The probability of I1 will be total number of cards, 7, and total I is 2. When we take second card, the one I card is already chosen, therefore remaining card will be 1, and total card remains 6, 1 over 6. Now we will write here this value 1 over 2 over 7 into 1 over 6 plus 2 over 7 into 1 over 6. Its value become 1 minus 2 over 42 plus 2 over 42. And this become 1 minus 4 over 42. And this become 1 minus 2 over 21. And this value equal to 19 over 21. This is the probability. Part D, Nina picks one of the 7 card without replacement. She continues picking random without replacement until she picks a card shows letter A. Find the probability that this occur when she picks nth card is 4 over 21. Now look here, here are 7 cards, 2 cards of letter A. Therefore, the probability if she picks the first card other than A will be 5 out of 7. And the probability of first card picking will be 5 over 7. And if she picks another card, and the total cards here will be 6, and she picks cards other than A, therefore the other than A card will be 4, and we can write 4 over 6. This is the second card. And if she picks another card, and this card is other than A will be I. Look here, if this card is I, therefore the probability of third card is I will be 2 over, because the total cards of I here are 2, and out of total cards become 5 because 2 card is already chosen. Now when we simplify this, we get 20 times 2 is 40, and 40 over 210. Now we divide this, we get 4 over 21. Therefore, total cards here, if she picks 3, this is the possibility that the probability will be 4 over 21. The n is equal to 3. This is the answer. Question number 10, part A, find the derivative of y with respect to x. Look here, this is the function. We have to take the derivative. We will take the derivative on both sides, and we write the function here x y equal to x power 7 minus 7 into x power 6. Now we take the derivative on left side d over dx and right side d over dx. Now this value will be equal to x power, derivative of x power 7, it becomes 7 into x power 6. And derivative of 7 into x power 6, we will write 7 as it is, into derivative of x power 6 is x into x power 5. And this value become 7 into x power 6 minus 42 into x power 5. This is the answer. Part B, find the equation of the tangent to the graph of y equal to x power 7 minus 7 into x power 6 at the point where x equal to minus 1. Give your answer in the form of y equal to mx plus c. Look here, this is the equation of tangent y equal to mx plus c. M is the gradient of tangent, and the gradient of tangent m equal to dy over dx at point x equal to minus 1. Look here, the dy over dx here is 7 into x power 6 minus 42 into x power 5. When x equal to minus 1,
derivative of dy over dx becomes 7 into minus 1 power 6, 42 into minus 1 into x power 5. And this value becomes 7 minus, this is minus 1 power 5 is plus 1, minus 1, minus 1 into minus 42 come plus 42, and this will be equal to 49. The gradient here is 49. Now to calculate the C, we have to calculate the point where this line passes. Look here, the equation of line here is y equal to x power 7 minus 7 into x power 6. And this equation passing through the point x equal to minus 1. Then for x equal to minus 1, this the value of y become y equal to minus 1 power 7 minus 7 into minus 1 power 6. This value become minus 1 minus 7. This is minus 8. And therefore, the coordinate of the point at the line is passing is minus 1 minus 8. Now we will substitute the value in this equation y equal to mx plus c. This equation become y equal to 49x plus c. And to get the value of c, we substitute the point minus 1 minus 8 in this equation. This become y minus 8. We will write 49 into minus 1 plus c. This value become minus 8 plus 49 equal to c. Therefore, c will be equal to 41. Therefore, the equation of line become y equal to m is 49, x, c is 41 plus 41. This is the equation of tangent. Part C, the graph has two turning points. Find the coordinate of these points. At the turning points, the gradient of tangent is 0. Therefore, gradient of tangent dy over dx, where will be 0, these points are turning points. Therefore, we can write dy over dx equal to 7 power x 6 minus 42 into x power 5. This will be equal to 0. Now we take the common, this x power 5 is a common, therefore we can write 7x power x7 into x power 5 is a common, therefore we can write 7x power 6, we write x power 1 minus 6 only equal to 0. Therefore, we can write 6 into x power 5 equal to 0 or x minus 6 equal to 0. This value is x equal to 0 and this become x equal to 6. Now we have to find the y coordinate of turning points. When x is 0, we can write this equation y equal to x power 7 minus 7 into x power 6. When x equal to 0, this value become y equal to 0 minus 0. This is 0. It will be 0, 0. Next, we have to calculate x equal to 6. Now we will write here y equal to x power 7 minus 7 into x power 6. This will be equal to 6 into x power 7 minus 7 into 6 power 6. And this value will be equal to minus 46.656. Therefore, we will write x equal 0 and x6, y will be minus 46.656. This is the answer. Question number 11, part A. In the circle center O, the length of minor arc PQ is 3/7 of the length of major arc. Show that x equal to 108. Look here, this is the minor arc. and this is major arc. The angle of minor arc is x degree, and the major arc angle will be 360 minus x. Now, firstly, we take the length of minor arc. The length of minor arc will be x over 360 multiply 2 pi r. The major arc length will be x. Here is the angle. Here 360 minus x. We will write 360 minus x over 360 into 2 pi r. Look here. Look here. This statement is the length of minor arc. This length is 3 over 7 of major arc. Therefore, we write here is equal to 3. This length equal to 3 over 7 into this length. Now look here, 2 pi r will be cancelled to 2 pi r. 360 will be cancelled to 360. Now we get x equal to 3 over 7 into 360 minus x. Then x 7 will be shift from right to left side. It becomes 7x equal to 3 into 360 minus x. And this becomes 7x equal to 1080 minus 3x. And 7x minus plus 3x equal to 1080. And therefore 10x will be equal to 1080. And x will be equal to 108. And we have to prove the angle is 108. Hence, this is the solution. Part B, the diagram shows a sector OAB of a circle with center O, radius R. Area of triangle AOB is half of the area of sector. Angle AOB y degree and is obtuse. Show that 360 sine y equal to pi y. Look here, the area of triangle AOB is half of the area of sector. We will write, look here, this is the triangle AOB. Now, this formula is 1 over 2 AB sine C. We will use this formula. Now, the length A here is R. This is the adjacent length, OA and OB. Now, we will write 1 over 2 R into R. The angle between them is sine Y. And area of sector is 1 over 2 y over 360 into pi r square. 1 over 2 will be cancelled. R square will be cancelled. Therefore, we get sine y over y over 360 pi, and 360 shift from right to left side. This becomes 360 sine y equal to pi y. And this is the proof and this is the equation we have to prove. Part second, complete the table. Firstly, we will complete 360 into sine y when y is 108.7. Therefore, we will write 360 multiply sine 108.7. And this value will be equal to 360 multiply 108.7, and this will be equal to this value equal to 341.0. Now we will take next value pi y. This is pi here is 3.142 multiply the y is 108.6. And next value, we will calculate 3.142 multiply 108.7. And both these value will be equal to, and this value 3.142 multiply 108.6 will be equal to 341.22. And the next value 3.142 multiply y, value of y is 108.7. This becomes 341.53. Now the one decimal place value, next, the third part, complete the statement. the value of y tracked to one decimal place that satisfy the equation. Look here, the one decimal place value here, this value is 341.20 and 341.22. And this is the value where the both 365y equal to pi y. The value of y is 108.6. This is the answer.